have been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right. All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
To throw again on second down. Lance, flush to his right. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
But to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
Here's Lance to throw it. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Sliding out of the pocket. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection. They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Lance. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up third down. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. The 49ers are going to turn over to the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. The kick by Gold is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Austin's offense ready to go again. And Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we've reached the point in the broadcast where you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that because we got to try and keep people around. We don't want them to change the channel. Stay with us in this game. Is that Ben Ramsar? Are you hearing from Ben on the headset here? Tell us, stretch this thing out a little bit.
Get some talking points. Dig them all out.
That's what you get. A big-time producer. Keep them here.
And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. This one caught by Isabella. On 2nd down, it's Hines. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 66 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
On second down now, it's Hines down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The offense on third down, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This time they face a 3rd and 2. That's Isabella open on the right side. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They bring their punter out there now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. Austin's offense ready to go again. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down. Here's Ellinger. Throw left side, complete to Isabella. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. So that one will be accepted. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Lance. They'll find Ayuk open right side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
This to the outside, it's Sermon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for our visitors, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Niners, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin, along